Brought to you by Penguin. The Songbird by Val Wood, read by Anne Dover. Chapter 1. Mama! Poppy untangled a wisp of red hair from her forehead and twirled it round her finger. Can I ask you something? Something secret? Mary Mazzini put down her mending and looked at her young daughter. You mean tell me something, if it's a secret? Poppy clasped her hands beneath her chin and swayed from side to side. No, I mean ask you something. You can ask me anything at all. Her mother smiled. You know that. Yes, but this is especially special, and I don't want anyone else to know. Not Pa, and especially not Tommy. All right, what is it? Mary took up her sewing again. Poppy sometimes took a long time to get to the point. She didn't like to miss anything out, in case it was important. Poppy came up closer to her mother, and, breathing into her ear, asked, When will I be old enough to love somebody? Her mother pondered. Poppy constantly surprised her with a variety of questions, but this one surprised her more than most. And although she thought she knew what she meant, she answered in a vague manner and kept her eyes on her sewing. You love us already, don't you? Your Pa and Tommy and me. Oh, I don't mean us. Our family, Poppy said urgently. I mean somebody else. I mean somebody that I might want to marry one day. I think, sweetheart, that at only 10 years old, you're a little too young to consider that. Mary gave a tender smile. What was the child thinking of? Or who was the child thinking of might be the better question. I know, Poppy said earnestly. That's why I'm asking. When will I be old enough? It's difficult to say, really, her mother replied in all seriousness, knowing that she mustn't laugh or make fun. It depends. It has nothing to do with how old a person is. It's a matter of meeting someone and knowing that you love him or her. So could I have met somebody already? Am I old enough? Because I think I have. I do, I mean. Poppy shook her mother's hand so that she had to put down her sewing and look at her. You might well be fond of someone, her mother said gently. But love is a different matter. And you are far too young, she repeated, to even think of such a thing. She leaned towards Poppy and kissed her cheek. Love is for grown-up people. Playing with toys and games is for children. Poppy frowned. Is Tommy old enough? Or Charlie? She added, as if in afterthought. Ah, Mary thought. Charlie. He's the object of desire. Poor Charlie. How embarrassed he would be. Your brother is far too young, even though he thinks he's a man at 14, and so is Charlie. Boys don't fall in love until they're much older. Come now, she said firmly, bringing the conversation to an end. Get the tablecloth out and set table. It's time for supper. Then go and call your Pa in from the shop. He said he'd come to mechanics with us tonight. Poppy and her mother went to the theatre or music hall nearly every Friday night. Tommy sometimes accompanied them, unless he thought there'd be a lot of dancing, though he liked the singers and the comedians. If he wasn't too busy, Poppy's father, Joshua, would shut up his grocery and coffee shop in Savile Street, close by Hull's town dock, and join them until the last act, when he would slip out of the theatre and hurry back.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?